What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Swish Life Garage. You guys see what it is. Working on the Prelude today. I'm going to be changing the oil today, changing the oil pressure sensor, as well taking a look at the wire that it plugs into, and also changing the O-ring for the oil coolant adapter plate. So let's go ahead and get onto it. So this information is going to work on the H23, F22, and H22, possibly the F22 single cam as well. I want to be jacking the car on up, so we could go ahead and drain the oil firstly, and then we'll take a look at some of the other parts. Alright, so the oil is drained out. I still need to change out the bolt because there's have some random bolt and a washer. So oil drained out, and then the filter has been taken off here. Now if you see this block right here that the oil filter attaches to, that's the oil cooler, and it's just an adapter block on there. So to get it off, you have to get a 30mm socket that's deep enough to get right here. You guys can see there is a nut at the base of it, so that's a 30mm. And so gonna get my socket, loosen it on up, and we should be able to separate this from the block. And there's an O-ring right behind here. It's separated. There's some hoses connected to it, so you're not able to take it completely out. I don't want to take those hoses off as of now. It's going to just be staying on there. It's not on there too tight, but I did have a breaker bar just for a little bit leverage. This O-ring is just right behind on the cooler. You just got to kind of dig it out. It fell right here. There the O-ring is. This one is pretty flat. A lot of times it's leaking, especially with it already being 2024. Definitely got to change this on out, man. Here's the old O-ring for that coolant adapter. I do have a new one right here from Honda. Here's the part number 91316-PE7-730. So easily just going to throw this one on in and then tighten up that bolt. Alright, I'm having a little bit of a difficult time trying to get that O-ring in. So this sensor right here is the oil pressure sensor. I was going to change this anyway, so I'm going to get this out of the way so we have a better view and just a little bit more work area to go ahead and put that O-ring in. I'm going to take off the 10 that holds on, like this metal clip that holds on the wire. Take off the little screw that holds on the wire. Slide the rubber back. It's just going to be like a little Phillips, or you can put a socket on there. And the size of this little screw is a 7mm. The socket I'm using on here that I have close to me is a 15-16. So here is the O-ring. I got a tiny bit of some RTV silicone, so that should help out with letting the O-ring stay in place. Put in the bolt, get it started. Don't try to shake it so you don't get the O-ring out of place. It's torqued down, and now I have a Fram oil filter. That's what I choose to use. Go ahead and choose whichever filter you like. Tighten it on down. Here is the old oil pressure sensor. I could tell it did have a little bit of sealant, some thread sealant, so I'm definitely going to put it on here as well. But here's the new part, oil pressure sensor, pretty cheap. Part number PS138. Here I have some thread sealer from Permatex, so just throw some on and we'll get going. Basically all you need. Go ahead and tighten it up. Alright, so not sure how much you guys are able to see here, but I did take off the little rubber boot that was around the wire for the oil pressure sensor, and as well peeled back some of the black wire loom. But this wire right here, it deals with a lot of heat. It's been heated and cooled so much that if I bend the wire, if you guys could even see, the wire just starts to break on its own. So I'm gonna go back on the wire a little bit and then I'll be cutting a new wire and putting it in place of here just so it's nice and fresh. And the reason for that is because sometimes you guys might be driving and an oil light just starts flashing. That's because it has lost connection to the wire to the oil pressure sensor. And so to go ahead and prevent that light from coming on and, you know, randomly scaring you guys, go ahead, cut it on off just a little bit where the wire is nice and flexible, and then I'm going to be soldering a new wire onto here. I got some wire right here. It's a little bit thicker than the original gauge wire. The one on the oil pressure sensor is pretty thin. I decided not to solder it just because it's kind of a hard angle and it's just up in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this connection, this crimp connector onto there. So I'm going to do it on this side first, then we'll put on this other connection. It's just a little circle eyelet type of connection. There is our wire to replace the old one. Just going to crimp it onto that yellow one on up there. I already took off the insulation on that wire, and I am going to use a black wire loom to cover up this wire, and also still use that rubber covering that was used on here originally. Right, hopefully you guys caught what I did. I crimped that connection on there, put the black wire loom on there. I did bolt on the block. That kind of helps the wiring just to direct it into the right area. Then reuse the plug cover for that oil pressure sensor. It's real gummy, it tore a little bit, but that is good to go. We got the new O-ring for the oil cooler adapter plate, and as well the new oil pressure sensor along with the wiring for that sensor. Alright, took that oil drain bolt off again, and the only drain bolt I have is for a Honda transmission. I believe this should fit. I'm not going to leave this on next oil change. I'm definitely going to be changing it out to a magnetic drain plug. Just for now, just for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. It should fit. There we are, got a transmission drain bolt in there. To me, it's a lot better than that other bolt that was not meant to be in there. So got that done, got the wire done for the oil pressure sensor, new oil pressure sensor on there, along with the O-ring for that oil cooler adapter, and then a fresh oil filter. So let's go ahead and put this thing on the ground and fill it up with some oil. Engine is filled up with oil. Hopefully you guys grabbed some good information on here and able to turn off that oil light from flashing on your dash. So of course got the new oil pressure sensor, which is fairly cheap, and as well just redoing that wire on there, and that should go ahead and take care of the light from coming on your dash. And then also just taking care of that oil leak from the O-ring from the oil cooler adapter plate. So let me know if you guys have any questions down below in the comment section. Hopefully you guys like this video and are subscribed to the channel, because I got plenty of 4th gen Prelude content for you guys coming on up and already posted. So go ahead, check out some of my other videos, because I'm going to catch you on that next one, player.